Hello, I have an addiction. I have a problem. I've got another bike, but it's not what you think. It's a little mini moto. So I've got a 49cc mini moto. Got this for my daughter, and it's got some problems. One, she can't ride a two-wheel bike yet, so I'm going to try and fit some stabilisers, which I'm trying to find some that might fit it. Two, the pull cord has gone. Extremely common thing. If you look on Facebook Marketplace or anywhere, you see one for sale, but it says that's broken because it won't run. Also, it's not run in a very long time. My friend owned it before me at work. He said he's used it twice and it's sat in his shed for a good couple of years. Also, we're missing a foot peg. Also, the manifold, inlet manifold for the carburetor has broken. So let's get along, start fixing this. I'm still waiting for that part to come. So these are really common. They're normally nylon, like a cheap Chinese plastic, like most of these bikes are anyway. Oh, in case you're wondering, I do have the fairing for it as well. But I found online there's some metal ones. You can buy some metal pull, or pulls they're called, I think, that fit in now. So I've ordered one of those. It's cheaper than the whole thing. It's not recycling, but just saves me putting this whole area here in the dump, just that little piece of nylon with a piece, replace it with a piece of metal instead. So there's less stuff to go in the dump. And then I've already got the foot pegs. So there is one missing. And I've already got the inlet manifold. I probably should have got the gaskets for it as well. But as I said, my mate's only used this twice. So the gaskets might be okay to use. If not, I'll just have to order some. But new inlet manifold. So whilst we're here and we're still waiting for this part, let's pull this off and have a little look at how bad this cog is. So you've literally got 3 bolts, or 3 Allen bolts, or hex bolts as you Yanks call them. 2 down the bottom here. That one's really a bit loose. 1 at the top. This one's a bit longer. So you can get complete metal ones of these as well. But as said, I didn't want to throw it away. We'll see if it turns over as well whilst we're here. Also, I need to put some petrol in it. And a little bit of 2-stroke mix as well. Because these are pre-mix. Also, you don't get the oil pump on these. There we go. Oh, but there we go. Oh. One bit there. Oh, another bit there. Another bit there. Again, 1 hex wrench. Hex bolt, sorry, Allen bolt. Down the middle. Remember how this comes apart. Those bits just there. Tip that up. Do not pull this out, because there's a spring behind there. If that pulls out, you're just going to have to buy a new one of these, unless you know how to recoil those springs. I do, thankfully, but it's a bit of a fiddle. So there we go. You're going to want to put that bit back inside, washer down, and there we go. That is the offending part. To this not starting, or not being able to be pulled over. So whilst we're here, yeah, it turns over freely. Happy days. So I will be back when we get the metal pull to put in there. I ordered it Friday. It should be here by now. It's 2 days late. Right, we're back. I've got all the bits I need to fix this mini moto. Hopefully, bar a bit of petrol. So I know I said I'd ordered just a little metal bit to go in there. So I apologise, but it's still not arrived. So I had to order this from Amazon. Also, you may be thinking, Adrian, 3-year-old on a mini motor, it does 20-30 miles an hour. Don't worry, got that sorted. I'm going to try and get some stabilisers that might fit it. And I've got a throttle here to adjust how far the throttle gets opened up. So we'll be fitting that as well. So we should be ready now to get this sorted. I'm going to take this off to give me better access to the carburetor. So that will be the first thing. That one there. So we'll pop the seat off. That'll give us slightly better access to the carburetor. 4 bolts up here anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Petrol cap off. Number 5. And we should be able to get that off now. Voila. Let's put this on the real bike, shall we? So we've now got slightly better access. Right, let's pop the carburetor off. It's literally just a tiny little clip, an air filter and the cable. Clip off. Pipe off. Carb is off. What are we going to need? 4. We've got 4 Allen keys on that. Or Allen bolts, sorry. 1, 2, 3. You may also be wondering why I'm doing this. Well, how many of you know of one of these abandoned, just taking up space or getting thrown out? Let's fix things like this, stop it going to waste and stop it going down the landfill. It's a complete waste. Let's do it, let's fix them. They're simple to work on. They're not hard, as long as you've got the right tools, which you've seen so far, 2 Allen keys. That's all it is. 4 manifold gasket off. New manifold going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Intake manifold on. First job done. Happy days. So, I won't bother putting the carb on yet, because we need to take that bit off first. But let's have a look inside the bowl of it. Let's take that bit off first. So this is another tool you're going to need. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. 1, 2. Screws. So it's just like a little strimmer engine, these. Really simple to work on. It's what I first learned to fix. There we go. 1 Allen key, so we can get that bit of damaged manifold off. Gasket is okay. And this, unfortunately, will be going in a bin, bar those bolts. So let's pop this bowl off, see what we're dealing with. See if there's any crud in here. Shouldn't be. It might be, actually. See if there's any crud in here. If it's not too bad, I'll give it. There's some petrol in there, so kind of glad I did. It smells like varnish. That's been in there for a little while, but it doesn't look too bad. Don't know if you can see that. Looks all right. Give that a quick blowout. That bit done. That bit done. This is a handy little tool to have if you don't have an air compressor. So let's pop that jet off. Again, this is another tool. This is a flathead screwdriver. That's nice and clear. Where's my little thread things out? We'll poke one of those through. Oh, just throwing some on the floor. Like that one, like that one. Just throwing some more on the floor. Yeah, that's clear. Don't know if you can see that. Dirty old man, Adrian. Now this looks like an 8mm spanner. No, I was wrong. It's even smaller than that. Blimey, Adrian. 6. Yep, there we go. Let's crack that off. See if that's clear. Not brilliant, but let's thread that through again. Let's thread through a slightly larger one. There we go. So pop that back in, pinch that up, 6mm spanner, not too tight. Pop the jet back through, flathead screwdriver. And then pop the float back in the bowl. And then the bowl, make sure you get that the right way. Back on. Pop that back in now. 1, 2. So I'm probably going to keep out all the tools that I do actually need for this, because I don't think it's going to be many tools at all. I was hoping it's going to be 1 or 2, but so far I've needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tools. Not bad going, is it? Pinch those up, and now this can possibly go back on the bike. Where's the throttle cable gone? Hello? Hello? Oh, there you are. There it is. Make sure you get this the right way. Voila. Bit fiddly, especially when you've got petrol on your hands. Did that get it? Yeah, there we go. Done. Petrol pipe back on. This could be fun. Bosh. Done. Now your 2 long Allen bolts. 1 bolt through there. 2nd bolt through there. Don't want to go too hard. Just remember, it's Chinesium. That'll do. Let's check this air filter quick. Yeah, it looks okay. That'll do. Carb is back on. So after laying in bed last night for a few hours, I was thinking, I don't want this one on now. It's just not keeping it back to original. We'll keep this as a spare, but what we're going to use, we're going to use this metal one from here, in here. Going to pop that just there like that. In there. Going to pop this little bit back inside. Now we're going to get the washer. I mean spring. Duh, it's nothing like a washer. Now we're going to get the spring, which holds it all in place. Now we're going to get the Allen bolt and the Allen wrench. So in that way we can keep it all original as much as possible. And voila. Do that up. Nice and tight. Fingers crossed this pulls out. Happy that it's a bit loose. Maybe that's a spring inside. But that's fine. I can pull a little bit out and cut it and sort that out. I can put it back to original. So 1 bolt down the bottom now. It's in. Another bolt. I'm going to put this one in the there, and that one just there. Happy days. We'll soon be in a position we can start this back up. That one, where's that long one gone? There it is. Long one up the top. So if you know of one of these abandoned somewhere, in your parents' shed, in your granddad's shed, or even in your shed, and you've got kids, get it out, have a tinker. I had one of these years ago. I was first into my modified cars for the car shows. I used to load it up in the back of my Ford Mondeo when it was all done up. And we are on. Let's see if that pulls. Happy days. That pulls. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull a little bit of that out, cut that off. I'll be back in a second when I do it. So there we go. That's a bit better. At least it pops back on there and it won't get into Indy's way on the foot peg. So whilst we're talking about foot pegs, let's do the foot pegs quick. In fact, let's get rid of this stand. We don't need this at the moment. It's just taking up space. I think it's a cool little stand as well. So, there is one foot peg which will go on that side. So, I won't show you how the other one fits. They're both exactly the same. Pinch your foot peg up nice and tight. On like that. Allen key. Pinch it up. Simple. We should have pinch up as much as possible. Same the other side. Bosh. Done. One literally either side. So, both foot pegs on. Now, let's have a look at this throttle. So what are we going to need for this? Phillips. So as said, stabilisers and a throttle limiter or restrictor so she can't zoom off at full speed. I don't want that. I don't want her to get scared. So we will put a little limiter on it. And so when she gets her confidence up, we can do something about it. Off, cable through that, cable out. Let's get my limiter. Where'd I put my limiter? So this one looks like the same kind of layout, just a little bit smaller maybe. So again, cut the Phillips or posi heads, thread that up through there. So you can see it a bit easier for you as well. Cable into there. Cable on. Put that on like that. So after my brain not braining very well, I managed to suss it out. Cable is now in place. It's a bit fiddly. At there like that. There we go. Nothing broken. Happy days. That like that. So there is your limiter. Just inside of that there. I don't know if you can see that. It's a screw that stops the throttle being opened up all the way. So I think that's on the lowest. I suppose we'll find out when we start it up, won't we? That is that on. Now I can maybe look at trying to fire it up. So I don't think there's anything else to fit. Foot pegs, pull handle, throttle cable. That's it. So I'm going to check see if it's got a spark before I put it all back together. Maybe give it a bit of a clean up. And I need to go and get some petrol as well. And some oil, because it's pre-mixed 2-stroke. And I will see you in a second when I've got some petrol. So, I'm back with a little bit of petrol. I've already pre-mixed some into my special bottle. It's not actual whiskey, I wish it was. But I've had to use engine oil because I couldn't find any two-stroke oil in the garage. So I've just used old engine oil, some spare engine oil I had. But this is only a temporary measure. Please don't think I'll be running this permanently on engine oil, because I won't be. This is just a temporary measure to get it up and running. But first of all, we'll see if there's a spark. Because if there's no spark, we're definitely not going to be getting anywhere, are we? As long as there's fuel, spark and compression, we'll be okay. So let's pop this plug out. Simple little procedure. Plug cap off. It's all easier because we've got this stuff off. There we go. Bosch. Check this plug. Plug's all looking good. Let's see if we got a spark. Fingers crossed. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get you up here to have a look. So let's have a look, see if we got a spark. Don't know if you can see that very well. Let's look, see if I can zoom you in a bit. Nice little spark. Happy days. Nice little spark. Hopefully you saw that. I'll try and zoom in on the video editing. So let's just see. Let's add a smidgen of petrol to the petrol tank. Ready? Let's see what happens, shall we? We got power! We got it running! So, let's try again. Choke is on still. Second pull that time. It's not as loud as what I was expecting it to be either. I was expecting it to be really bloody loud. But happy days. Choke is now fully off as well. Yeah, happy days. Let's see if the kill switch works. Kill switch don't work. Pull the plug cap off instead for now. She's up and running. So I think next week we'll come back, we'll fit it all back together. We'll tune that carb just a little bit more so it doesn't run so fast. I'll try and get some proper two-stroke oil as well. Chuffed with that, nothing like the smell of a two-stroke as well. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, if you have enjoyed it, please comment below if you have one of these in your shed and you think they're worth saving. I think they are for the kids. And remember to give it a thumbs up and maybe even a hype. It really helps the videos. YouTube's going to say you love this video here. So please subscribe here if you're not already. Adios amigos. Buenos noches. Goodbye.